Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Alabama Gymnastics Media Opportunity. We're going to start today with head coach Dana Duckworth. Alabama is starting its home slate this Friday night at 6:30 against the Kentucky Wildcats. It's the third top 10 matchup in a row for the Crimson Tide, with the Wildcats coming in ranked number 9. Coach, can you tell us a little bit about what you saw from your team at Florida and what you're looking forward to this weekend?
I saw a group of competitors that were extremely focused, and we asked them to share their passion for the sport, to be very persistent and not give up, fight for every single 10th, and really try to be precise. So what's been great is they're hungry for more, and they really do want to maximize their potential. So there's a energy that's in this team that's extra special, and they have not even seen their best, and that's what's keeping them driving forward, moving forward, and looking for our next step, and certainly excited to be starting our home stretch in Coleman Coliseum, because there's nothing like competing in front of your home crowd.
All right, with that, we'll open it up to questions. Katie, go ahead.
Hey, Dana. How much of a boost was it for your lineups to have Kaylee and Lilly and Shallon back and to have them to be able to compete against Florida?
Added to the confidence of the lineup for sure. Having those 10-0 start values in your lineup, of course, gives you a competitive advantage, because if you're competing against teams that have 9.95 start values, you immediately have more scoring potential. They are dynamic vaulters. Our goal really was to put vaults out there that had more amplitude, more height, more distance, and controlled landings. There was definitely some adrenaline. That was a really boisterous environment to be in. So I think we took some huge steps forward. And of course, it was nice being able to have Shallon and Kaylee back in the lineup, having Makari get some more experience with that 1.5. And what I'm really pumped about is that we have more to come. And we just have to trust the process, can't skip some steps, and hopefully you're going to see more 10-0 start values in the lineup as we progress.
Robert Cortez, you're next.
Hey, Coach. Could you give a message to the student body about why they should come out to Coleman Coliseum, not just this Friday, but all the rest of the home meets this season?
My message to the students of the University of Alabama is, if you want to be a difference maker, your energy, your passion, and what you bring to Coleman Coliseum, it impacts the judges. It helps our athletes just even strive for more, because they are as excited as you are to watch them. And I think that the sport has so many life lessons for even the person in the stands, right? You see a mistake, you have them recover. You see something great, you applaud and celebrate the hard work. And so the students really have a huge advantage, because it's an amazing sport. It's free. They can get in there without a cost, and no student is going to be turned away. So even if we hit whatever the max is in the student section, they know that the tickets are going to grow, and we're going to get them in there. And so, again, bring the energy, bring their fun. And what I love about the students is bring yourself. Be bold, be brave, be you, and come support this amazing team.
All right, Katie, go ahead.
You kind of hit on this in your opening, but how pleased were you with the progress of your team from week 1 to week 2, and then now heading into obviously week 3 and first home meet?
Each week, that is the goal, Katie. We want to continue to get better. And I think, well, there's no thinking. I mean, we're really starting against OU, a super competitive team that has won national championships, and then moving over to the SEC and being in Florida. The ladies got to get a little rust off the competitive spirit, right? Because they hadn't competed in over a year. And this only sets us up to make more improvements. So the focus is there, the precision is there, and falling short of our actual goal as far as what we really wanted to accomplish, because we didn't hit some landings, we're focused on one thing this week: improving the landings. If we do that, our score will get better and our performance will improve.
Robert Cortez?
You kind of mentioned it earlier with like Lilly Hudson and Shallon being back in the lineup, but can you specifically talk about what you saw from Lilly Hudson in her first competition last weekend and the impact she's going to have on multiple lineups moving forward?
I would be happy to talk about Lilly Hudson. When I describe Lilly, she is a gamer. She loves to compete. She loves the sport of gymnastics. And if you watch the Dana Duckworth show, she's being highlighted this week, and there's a feature on her. And she shares how when she first started the sport, her dream was the Olympics. She was an elite athlete, and then after training and getting that experience, she had some injuries. And so to see her overcome adversity, to not quit, to continue to find a new path, she committed to Alabama in the 8th grade. She has wanted this for herself for a very long time. And she talks about in her video, I went from a girl that wanted to be an Olympian to a new why, and it was the University of Alabama. So I love how calm, cool, and collective she is. She absolutely competed like a veteran. She wants it, and the neat piece is she lives it. So in the gym, she is relentless. She goes after things. She doesn't have a good turn, she repeats a turn. You don't have to ask her twice. And that's the kind of role model you want, especially in a freshman. So I can speak volumes and just love that she loves the sport, and I love that she loves to compete.
All right, Mikey.
Coach, this week is the alumni meet, and I just want to know, what does that mean to you, someone who's competed here both as an athlete and now as a coach, for the alumni meet this week?
Alumni meet is so much more than gymnastics. We want relationships well beyond the mat. And so to see the athletes, I've been a gymnast, I've been an assistant, I've been a volunteer, I've been a head coach. So I'm very blessed to have known like almost every single one either in one of those roles. Most of them I coached, or most of them that were before me, I have a deep relationship with because they love our program and they want to continue to give back and support us. So Alumni Weekend for me is about celebrating the lives they have after the mat. It's great to see all these athletes with children and having careers and coming back to a university that shaped them and molded them into the women they are. And to be one of those women, I take a great deal of pride. I want to make them proud. Our ladies want to make them proud. And we want to continue the tradition of excellence and legacy of championships that they all know and have been a part of.
All right, anything else? All right, thank y'all. We appreciate the time.
Roll Tide.
We're going to have the athletes come in here in just a moment. All right, we're joined now by senior Sania Mitchell. Sania, you're a hometown girl. You grew up here. You grew up coming to meets. And now you get the chance to be back out in Coleman Coliseum this Friday for the 4th year. What are you most looking forward to? What are you telling the freshmen about this experience?
Well, first, I'm most looking forward to a bigger crowd, more people in the audience, because last year it was fun at home meets, but there's nothing like competing in front of 10, 15,000 people. And I'm most excited about that too, because this is the 2nd year that I'm finally getting consistent and, being able to contribute to the team. So I'm looking forward to that. And just one thing that I try to tell the freshmen, I try to encourage them and, just tell them do what they've been doing in practice. They work so hard. I'm so proud of all 3 of them. And I'm just excited for them to see them grow and to, see what they can accomplish throughout their career.
All right, we're going to start with Robert Cortez.
Last week, you guys were so close to breaking the 197 mark. Because of that, is there an extra eagerness or motivation to break the mark this week, or it's just something you guys are just not thinking about?
Honestly, we knew, how close we were, but honestly, we're really not thinking about the score, because our main focus is doing what we do in practice every single day and the scores, the results, all that will come. But our main focus is and should be just focusing on hitting our routines, clean execution, solid landings, things like that. So we're really not too concerned with the score, just our overall performance, and the numbers will come.
All right, Katie Wyndham, you're next.
Hey, you obviously competed on the floor last week at Florida. Just how good did it feel to be back out there competing? And what were some of the main things that you worked on throughout the offseason to get ready for this season?
It felt really good, especially being, I know it was an away crowd, but it was a big crowd, and that atmosphere was just, I can't even describe how cool it felt to just be, even though it was an away crowd, just, I don't know, it was just a great feeling. So I was really excited about that. And the main thing that I was focusing on in the off season was honestly just trying to do the same thing that I've been doing last year, the whole team, working together to be consistent, putting out there what's gonna be the best for the team, and just doing what I do every day in practice and really honing in on the details. So I did what I do in practice, and I was able to deliver. So I was very happy about that, and I was proud of the whole team because everybody did their part.
All right, Robert Cortez.
How much have you seen yourself and your team grow just in the first 2 weeks of the season?
A lot, and we still have a lot more to go. We still have a long way to go, but definitely we had a quick turnaround and a really good change of mindset. That's one thing that we did talk about in practice the last week before we went to Florida, was just changing our mindset and our approach to competition and to practice, and not just trying to get by, but really focusing on details and really being intentional with what we do. And yeah, we upped the intensity in practice, and we were able to carry it out on the competition floor.
Katie Wyndham.
Kind of building off what you said earlier about that atmosphere at Florida, and also what you just said, I mean, it's still obviously early in the season, but how much do you think y'all competing in that environment and it kind of coming down to the end, how much do you think that prepares y'all for the rest of the season and some of the other high-level competition you'll have the rest of the way?
I think it prepares us a lot, especially for, honestly, I think us having Florida earlier in the season was better because, I would say Florida is more of one of the hostile environments in the SEC compared to some other schools. So that was definitely great preparation for later in the regular season and postseason. And again, just getting back used to the crowd, because all of us, not even just the freshmen, but we all had kind of a year off from a big, loud crowd. So that was good preparation, and it's not gonna get easier. It's just gonna continue to get harder. So I think us having Florida right off the bat, I think that was really good for us and our mental, our mindset as a team.
Sania, going back 2 years, what did it mean for your team to have that home Coleman Coliseum loud 10,000 plus crowd?
It meant a lot. We, as the home team, you kind of feed off of that energy, and it really does help you out in competition. So, that means a lot, just having the fans out there and being able to have our families back. That means a lot to us. And yeah, it just prepares us for the rest of the season, and just us feeding off the energy that helps us to be able to perform better.
All right. Anything else for Sania? All right. Thank you, Sania. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right. We're joined now by freshman Lilly Hudson. Lilly, you had your chance to compete for the first time last weekend in your home state of Florida. You went on 3 events, scored well in all 3. What was that experience like, and what are you looking forward to going into this week?
It felt incredible. I've just been waiting for this moment for so long. I committed to Alabama in the 8th grade. So to just finally be out there and represent and be able to do my job felt amazing. And to just do the sport I love with the people I love was incredible. And for this week, I'm just excited to finally compete in Coleman. I think the energy is going to be incredible, and I'm just so excited.
All right, we're going to open up with questions from Katie Wyndham.
Hey, Lily. I think it was last week or the week before where Dana was saying that I think you trained at the same gym as Ella down in Florida. Can you just kind of talk about your relationship with her and how special it is that y'all were training back then and now are teammates at Alabama?
Oh my gosh, she's my best friend. She's my go-to. I would tell her anything. She's been there for me throughout this whole journey. And so to finally be here with her and live out our dreams together is, there's no greater feeling than that.
All right, who's next? Robert, do you have a question for Lily?
No, I don't.
Okay. Katie, anything else?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm unmuted now. Root just kind of hit on, it was your first time competing, but and Sania was just talking about the environment in Florida. That last rotation on beam, it was pretty loud in there. How were you able to maintain your composure and kind of put together one of your best routines of the day as a freshman on the balance beam?
It was definitely intense. I just had to go back to my training and just know that I put in the numbers. I've done the work under pressure situations before. So it was definitely something I've never experienced, like the noise, the just the intensity overall. So just going back and remembering that I've done the work and that I could put up a good score.
Go ahead, Katie.
Dana's also been telling us you've been committed to Alabama for a long time, and you just talked about that too. What was it about Alabama that made it so special and a place that you wanted to come be a part of?
I love everything about Alabama. The family atmosphere that they set within their program is something that I didn't see anywhere else, and it caught my eye right away. And so just the love that everybody has for everybody on this team and knowing that everybody has their own role is really just amazing, and it caught my eye right away, and I knew that this is the place I wanted to go.
All right, anything else for Lily? All right, Lily, we appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't already, please go ahead and put in your request for credentials.